Hello, I'm excited to share more with you all about the Threads of Justice Collective. My name is Grace Bounds. I am the president of the board of directors and have been since 2020. I'm also a born and raised Oregonian with 15 and counting years of direct experience in early childhood education in the Portland metro area. The Threads of Justice Collective was started in 2009 by three best friends who are also professionals in early childhood education who saw a need for families and teachers to be able to use anti-bias, anti-racist, and liberatory practices in their teaching practice to learn and teach about child behaviors, child development, and help create a positive sense of self. In 2011, the Threads of Justice became incorporated and remains a grassroots, primarily volunteer-based organization. Since then, we've gone on to write and publish a few books. One important one is our Justice Inclusion Toolkit, which is about 200 pages of how to do anti-bias, anti-racist, liberatory work in a home setting or in a childcare setting, whether you're a family member, a grandparent, or in the classroom with children every day. We've taken that learning and created online learning opportunities for folks as well. Also in that time, we've been members of the board of directors of the Threads of Justice Collective, have also been on the advisory committee for the Preschool for All initiative in Multnomah County, as well as for Senate Bill 326, which in January will go into effect and is a ban on suspension and expulsion for children ages birth through 5 in Oregon. And as we're gearing up for the Senate Bill 326 to go into effect, the Threads of Justice Collective has experienced very rapid growth from child care providers, specifically in the Portland area, who are getting ready to do whatever they can to prevent suspension and expulsion from their child care centers. And because we're a volunteer-based organization, we've realized that we don't have the capacity as volunteers with day jobs to meet the full need of the trainings and learning opportunities that folks are looking for. And to match that need, we've created what we call our Emerging Facilitators Cohort, where we have a year-long course for a group of 6 to 12 folks who want to become a professional development trainer with the Threads of Justice, who can use an anti-bias, anti-racist, liberatory, trauma-informed lens to do what our part in keeping babies in school. And we try to really embody this grassroots sense of self into all the work that we do, and it's part of our magic as an organization. A bit of Threads of Justice participant feedback, which I'll read over here, recently says, "The facilitators were absolutely amazing. I really appreciated the facilitator process. It just felt so much more authentic than going to a training and being talked at instead of talked with. Being able to feel the information instead of just listening to it made a world of difference to me." And that's what we aim to do, is help feel instead of just hear the need. Then we can more authentically fill in gaps where children and families are needing more support. Over the next 2 or 3 years, our goal is because we're noticing a need for more trainings that are offered in languages other than English. These trainings, we're also noticing a need that the trainings should also originate from a language other than English and not just translated into it, because we miss a lot of cultural cues and responsiveness when the primary language is English, and then we're change it for a culture other than what is predominantly white American culture. And so that's our goal for the next few years, is translating and creating trainings in Spanish, potentially in Chinook and maybe Russian, and to meet this bigger need to keep babies in school and keep teachers and families inspired and confident that they're moving forward in a direction that is inclusive and